thank you, that means that you did what you were supposed to do.
Facts.
You know, and it's all about the next generation, yo. It's all about the next generation going through prison, going through everything that I had went through. You know, that's a situation, and that's something that nobody else will understand.
Yeah.
And unless they go through it,
unless they relate,
unless they walk through it day by day with you, like they'll never understand. And so it's literally the most depressing and isolated thing that anybody can ever go through, because you are at the mercy of strangers.
For sure.
You know, and people that'll never meet you, people that'll never know you, know your story. You're a number on a piece of paper.
Yeah.
And based off of what they see on a piece of paper is
how they perceive.
It's how they're gonna judge you.
Yeah.
You know.
What would you say? What kept you, like? When did you, like? Or I mean, let me see. As far as your mental, like when you first went in, I'm pretty sure you went through a phase of finding yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that makes any sense, or like what was mainly, I guess my question would be, what kept you? You know what I'm saying?
Man, when I first got there, I was lost, man. I was 20. I was 20 years old.
Yeah. In
prison, staring down the barrel of a 10-year sentence with no for sure of when I was gonna get out. The earliest I was gonna get out was 2028. Like that's all that I had was, for sure, undoubtedly, August of 2028, they have to let me go. That's it. And this is 2018 at the time.
Yeah.
So I hit the prison unit, and man, I'm shook. Man, I'm shook. It's exactly what you would think it would be.
Right.
And more so.
Right.
I remember getting off the bus in a jumper.
Right.
They put everybody in a jumper, and you got no clothes on underneath.
Right.
You got no clothes on underneath. And they put y'all in a cage, right? And this is your intake facility.
Right.
And they tell everybody strip down, take the jumper off, and you got 50 to 100 grown men completely naked,
right,
sitting in a cage for
real life
hours.
Yeah.
Hours, just standing there, hours, butt naked.
Yeah.
Hours. You go to a barber chair, and they shave your head.
Yeah.
Completely. I mean, skin bald.
Yeah.
And it's literally the most humiliating process that you could ever imagine.
Right.
And so that whole intake period's like a 2-week period, man. And then once you get behind the walls and you're actually in there with the other inmates and everything like that, you know, it's like, how do I navigate this? How do I you don't know rules, you don't know regulations, you don't know, do I do this, do I say that, do I sit here, do I not sit here? And anybody that tells you that they go through a situation like that and they're not scared, they're lying.
Yeah.
They're lying. I'm 20 years old and I'm terrified.
Facts.
And it took me a couple years, man. I'm not even gonna lie. It took me a couple years to really get in the groove of things, to really get things going and really feel like I was like doing something. I went through a period of depression, of course, you know. I got denied parole 14 months in, right? And then I got denied parole 28 months in, right? And then I got denied parole 40 months in.
Yeah.
And then I got denied parole 54 months in. And it's like, geez, man.
Right, when my break?
When is, like, and I remember sitting in my cell one time, and I got a letter in the mail. It was my third parole. It was my third one. And I got a letter in the mail and it says, Board of Pardons and Parole Division. So you already know what that is.
Yeah.
My stomach sank, and there's no telling, you know, it's gonna be left or it's gonna be right. It's gonna be good, it's gonna be bad.
Right.
And I opened up that letter and it said that I'd been denied again for the third time, and I cried, man. I remember crying, and I literally remember I remember crying out to God, and I remember asking him, like, when is my time?
Yeah.
When is my time? When can I do what I know that you've called me to do?
Yeah.
When am I gonna get my break? And in that moment where I got some sort of peace.
For sure.
Where I got some sort of peace, and I was like, you got this.
For sure.
And my last 2 years, I did 5.5. And my last 2 years were the most productive 2 years of my life. I created Panda Fitness.
For sure.
And it grew to the point of, I had guards and I had people that worked there that were not supposed to be having relationships with inmates coming and asking me for fitness advice, coming and asking me for diet plans and meal plans, and they're asking me like, man, what do you buy from commissary? And I'm like, I buy everything that everybody else eats. You know what I'm saying? It's just about how you eat it and how much you eat of it.
Right.
And
you mind if I pause you real quick?
Go ahead.
How did you come into the knowledge of like how much to accumulate, you know, while being behind the walls? Or is that something that you went in there already knowing, or that you find out kind of like trial and error? You see what I'm saying? Like
as far as food
intake. Man,
it was as far as food intake, it was always a trial and error.
Yeah.
It was always a trial and error because you never know like what your body's going to need.
Right.
You know, I did so much research, I did so much studying about, you know, the human body and nutrition and supplementation and all those things, and it opened my mind, and it let me know, like, you know, a general basis of to do this or to do that.
Right.
But it took me a full year of playing with my body to figure out, like, okay, this is helping me here, this is hurting me here. And it was all a process, man. It's not like I knew anything.
Right.
I had no idea what I was doing.
Self-taught.
Had to be. I didn't have any other option.
For sure.
And you know, I once I got to the point where I was like, man, I'm actually getting results. People, inmates and officers included, like they would just go crazy, man.
For sure.
They would go crazy.
For sure.
Let's make this phone call and see where he's at.
What's up, dude?
What's up, bud? Where you at?
Oh, I'm in class right now. You already here?
Yeah, I just pulled into the parking lot on the backside by the indoor.
Okay, perfect. You can walk in and just hang out. I'll be over there probably in 15 minutes. So
all right, bet.
I think Coach Reeves should be in there.
Okay.
So you can walk up to the office, see if anybody's there, but probably him. He's probably in his office.
All right, that door will be open?
Yeah, it should be. If not, somebody should be there to let you. Somebody will be there. Just kind of hang out, knock on the window. Somebody will let you in.
All right, right on.
If not, I'll be over there in about 15 minutes.
Right on.
Took me a while to find my way. Look at me now. I did some things that I can't change. He wind me down, but every now and then I get stained. He coming down to get us any minute. I can't I've been yelling God over money for a while now. Did it for a minute, never bowed down. In it for the land with the crown now. Big bad wolf couldn't never blow the house down. Built on a rock, still on the job. Live from a God, get what I got. Built up the block, telling them they are better than whatever they whip off the lot.
Damn, they were a year younger than you? No. Two.
Man. Now we're winning some games, huh?
Yeah, finally. Don't look for the first three.
South Grand Prairie, Lamar. Hey, these are all respectable though. They're all respectable.
Well, they're good teams.
Of course.
Really good teams.
Of course.
So.
Hey, so this is the Hall of Fame right here. This is the Martin Hall of Fame. This is where all the good guys were.
There it is.
I was never here long enough to make it on the wall. I made it a half a season. But
Did you even make it half?
No.
Or a third?
A third. I made it a third of a season. I would have made my mark though.
You did.
Yes, sir.
Man. Yeah, hey, this is the long come up from the portables we used to have.
Isn't it though?
We used to have film in the portables.
Hey, they finally tore them down just recently. Do you need? Let's look at this. Those freshmen, man. These freshmen are about to.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a bad day today. Do you need video? Do you need projectors, or are you putting? Do you have a presentation right there, or are you just talking?
No, I'm just talking.
Good.
I'm just talking. There's no need to make it. There's no need to make it.
It's all good, man.
Big and boisterous. You know what I mean? And when it comes from the heart, you know, they're gonna feel it regardless. But how the kids? How many D1s y'all got?
One.
What
Maybe.
position?
Offensive tackle. We really don't have. We have some really good players. As far as right now, we have one Division I commit, USC.
No joke.
Left tackle, yeah.
Wow.
So.
How big is he?
He's probably 6'4", 295.
Yeah, 3-star, 4-star.
We have a really that I don't know. We have a really huge offensive line this year, biggest we've ever had.
Okay.
So you guys can make yourself comfortable in here. You guys want to come in the office, you can come in the office. This makes me angry, all these Cheetos and Fritos.
Children, you gotta have it. Beat Sam Houston, huh? You got Sam up next?
Yeah. Yeah, since we got the video going.
That'll be a free dub.
Is what it is. Let's see. Let's see how big Makai is.
You picking up some clients?
Oh
and
man,
stuff?
it's crazy. I just signed a girl to Hawaii.
No way.
Yeah, I just signed a girl from Hawaii last week. I signed a dude from Lubbock last Tuesday.
Getting them on the Panda Fitness?
Yeah, Panda Fitness.
Let's go.
I got like 22
Let's
clients
go.
going.
That's freaking awesome.
You know what I mean? I just had a gym session last night.
That's
got a lot of
great.
video. I got to put that together. So man, it's a steady climb. It's a progression.
There you go. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Which
So-
keeps you.
Hey, nigga, it keeps me busy.
Yeah,
'Cause, like
no doubt.
my dad's like, man, you need to chill out. You need to take some days off. I'm like, yeah, but on my days off, I gotta do this.
Yeah, I know.
I gotta do this. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like this is where my heart, this is where my passion's at. Like,
Heck yeah.
so working between that.
So you're still doing the electricity
Yep.
or electrical
Yep.
stuff?
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
That's good.
So still with the same company and everything like that. It's going good.
Hell
I
yeah.
put in like 86 hours this week.
No way.
Yeah, from Monday to Monday was 86 hours.
And you get overtime and all that?
Oh yeah, like crazy.
So you
I worked 2 weeks in 1 week.
So you're just building up money?
Oh, of course.
Heck yeah.
Of course.
That's great.
Of course, I have to. You know what I mean? I got to make up for lost time. If I made it to Allen, I probably would have came here. Right? But I came here, and Wager had my jersey in the locker. He had my number 11 in the locker, had my little nameplate already made on it, everything like this. It's like a full recruiting trip. I was like, I'm coming to Martin. I was like, I'm coming to Martin. And man, we had a shot. Man, we had a shot. I would have really liked to know what that season would have turned out like
Oh, for sure.
if I would have played that whole year.
I agree. There's no telling.
If I would have played that whole year.
We're on bye week, so it's nice. This afternoon we'll come in
Okay.
and practice after school, short practice, and we got some kids that are banged up, trying to get them back.
Okay. How much time do I have? What's my
Probably
limit at most?
Probably 30, 40
Okay.
minutes, I guess, and
All right,
probably
that's cool.
about right. So
That's cool.
you got work with you?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I just need to know.
Yeah, so he'll give you an intro, and then we'll go from there.
I don't know where my glasses at. I must have left them in the film room. Must have left them in the film room. Yeah, okay.
The restroom's here if you need it. Whatever y'all need.
Straight. If you're on the ground, I want you to sit
Hey,
up
what's on the
straight,
agenda for
and I want
the
you to give your undivided attention. Please help me welcome Hunter Donnelly. Now, just real quick, so you know who you're looking at and who this man is. He got to play 3 games, which is part of his message. Why he only got to play 3 games, you're about to find out. Coach Mays, in 3 games, Hunter Donnelly at Martin High School.
41 tackles, 14 per game.
41 tackles, 14 per game. It wasn't until week 7 that anybody got up and that even caught him to overtake him for the team leading tackles, and he hadn't played in 4. So that's who this guy is. Please listen to the message that he's got for you.
Man, it's good to be here. It's good to be here. It's like a blast from the past coming back. Y'all are spoiled. Y'all are spoiled. This right here, I know y'all seen the facility over there. That's the grind, that's the gut over there. No AC, y'all got AC. You know what I mean? Wager used to bump that hard heavy metal. I came in the locker room earlier today, y'all jamming Little Baby. There's a little bit of a difference. So me, I graduated from here in 2016. I didn't go to high school all the way here. And we'll get into that in a second. But I'm gonna start this off with a question, okay? Who here loves the game of football? Everybody. Okay, now I'm gonna rephrase this. Who here really loves the game of football? And I don't mean that you love it because your friends play it. I don't mean you love it because you're good at it. It's a hobby. You really love the game of football, and this is what you want to do. A little bit less. It always will be. It always will be. Because football is different than any other sport. Right? It's a bond and a brotherhood that's given and created through the game of football. Okay? That bond and brotherhood will take you everywhere in life. It's different, and there's so many lessons that you can learn from it. So, I love the game of football. From 7 years old, I played. Pee Wee football growing up. I used to watch VHS tapes of Joe Montana. Right? That's who I was. My favorite guy was Ray Lewis. Loved watching Ray Lewis. Junior Seau. Loved watching him. We used to watch this on VHS tapes. I remember being 7, 8 years old with a laser pointer in the living room with my dad going over Ray Lewis. And my dad's telling Ray Lewis what he did wrong. That's who my dad was. Right? And my best friend played it. He was number 1. He played quarterback. I was number 2. I played running back. Played running back and linebacker. Both sides of the ball all the way through. I never came off the field. I never wanted to come off the field. Don't bring me off the field. Unless my legs are broke, then I'll come off. And I'm not getting carried off. I'm rolling off. Don't bring me off the field. That's who I was. Cable will tell you. I was a little dirty. It was a little nasty. I had a little bit of a grit to me. In the pile, eyes are getting gouged. You're getting choked. It's just what it was. You know what I mean? That's how I was raised to play the game of ball. So I remember my 6th grade year playing football. You know, Pee Wee football, you got a weight limit. Weight limit. You got to be underneath a certain weight limit to run the ball. I play running back. Weight limit was 115. 6th grade, I step on a scale 3 weeks out from the weigh-ins. I'm 132. I'm 17 pounds heavy. I got 3 weeks. I told my dad, I said, I don't want to play football. He said, why? I said, I can't make the weight. I said, that was it. He let me make my decision of what I wanted to do. And that's the type of father that he always was. He was always going to let me make that choice. I went to school that next week. All my friends talking about, well, we're excited to play this team. We're excited to play that team. Oh, I can't wait for the season this year. And I didn't tell nobody that I wasn't playing ball because I had already made my mind up on something that I couldn't do. So 2 weeks out from the weigh-in, I go to school that whole week. 2 weeks out from the weigh-ins, I tell my dad, I said, Dad, I want to play football again. He looked at me and he said, you serious? I said, yes, sir. He said, are you sure? Yes, sir. Get your cleats, get in the truck. We got some work. Meet at the local middle school. He has me running gassers, bleachers, right? 110s, wind sprints. By then, I didn't want to play football no more. I didn't want to play ball no more. And this is what it took. But I already knew who my dad was, and he wasn't going to let me quit something that I already started. So I had to keep going. So those 2 weeks, right? Every single day in that summer, we're waking up, we're going to middle school, we're running bleachers, we're running gas, we're running 110s, we're running wind sprints. And it was the day of the weigh-in. The day of the weigh-in. I step on the scale. Remember, the weight limit was 115. I step on the scale. I'm 119. I'm 4 pounds heavy the day of the weigh-in. The day of the weigh-in. I broke down. I cried because I just worked all the way for this. And the day of, I'm short. Came up short. So I tell my dad, I was like, Dad, there's no point in going. can't make weight, I don't want to play ball. I can't play ball. He said, get the truck. He's like, have you eaten? I said, no, sir. He said, get the truck. So we get there. We get to the middle school. He has been doing the same workouts as before. Only this time, he doesn't let me drink any water. No water. No water. We're there for 2 hours. Running. 8 o'clock, weigh-ins are at 10. Right? When we get done doing that entire workout, we're running the 110s. I thought I was done. I started unlacing my cleats. He said, you ain't done yet. I said, why not? We're done. He was like, yeah, but we've already done this. We've done it time after time after time after time again, and you're still coming up short. We got to add something else. We got to do one more thing, right? Just to get us to that peak. I said, okay, what do you want to do? He said, I want you to run goalpost to goalpost 10 times, non-stop, and I'll be here when you're done. I said, Dad, I can't. It's simple math in my head. That's 1,200 yards non-stop. Each end zone's 10 apiece. That's 1,200 yards non-stop. Dad, I can't do that. He said, you will, and I'll be right here when you get done. And I remember, I started jogging, and I heard my dad say, jogging's not gonna cut it, go. And I flip switch. And I remember sprinting. I hit that goalpost, 1. I came back, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way to 10. I hit that final goalpost and I broke down and I cried. Now y'all might think I'm much of a crier, but I really don't cry. I really don't cry. There's only a few times in my life where I can really remember when something happened. I've broken bones, I've gotten car accidents, and I've died and didn't cry. I remember fighting for my life at times with a ventilator down my throat on life support for 96 hours, and I never cried. So I'm not much of a crier, but I cried in that moment because I just did something that I didn't think I was gonna be able to do, right? So my dad picks me up and he carries me. My legs are heavy, feel like bricks, carries me to the truck. We get the truck, we drive to the weigh-in. We get there, everybody's already pretty much done with the weigh-ins. There's only maybe a couple kids left. And we get in front of that scale, and all the little pee-wee football coaches kind of migrate behind that scale to wonder what Hunter Donnelly's gonna weigh, because they knew that I was heavy. My dad tells me to strip, naked, holds a towel around me. I step on that scale. I can't see it, so I'm standing there, 12 years old. The guy called out the weight, 114.7. I made weight by a glass of water. An 8-ounce glass of water, I made weight. But if I would have done what I'd already did and didn't do what Dad said and put a little bit of extra on it, I would have came out over 115, right? And that's one thing that I learned in my life. That moment right there, I learned it's the little things in life. It's the little things in life that make the big difference. What nobody else wants to do when you're doing things that nobody else is doing at 12 years old, what do you think is running bleachers? How many of y'all are running bleachers now? On your free time. In that case in point. So that happened. I get to high school. My sophomore year, I made the ESPN top 300. My junior year, I made the ESPN top 100. I was 84th in the country. It was up from there. It was up from there. Recruits were coming everywhere. I remember seeing OU and LSU and TCU and Baylor. Everybody's at practice. I felt like the man. Right? That's what everybody wants. Coach Wager used to say all the time, I'm trying to give you that $250,000 scholarship. I'm trying to give you that $250,000 scholarship. I'm trying to give you the game to that $250,000 scholarship. Right? Nobody ever understood it. I never got it. I get it now. Well, y'all are 15, 16, 17, some of y'all 18. I'm 25. I'm 25. If I could go back 7 years, I would. I promise you, I would go back 7 years if I could. I know the coaches, your parents, your grandparents might have told you all the time too, man, what I do to be your age again, baby? What I do to be your age? I'm 25, what I do to be your age, I promise. I promise. I would trust in the process. And I'd appreciate everybody that poured into me, right, to get me to the place where I was. So, my junior year, I made a decision that changed my entire life. It just seems like it just kind of happened with y'all too. Y'all had a player get in a fist fight. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about, nod your head. You know what I'm talking about? Okay. My junior year of high school, I got in a fight at school. A regular fight. Who's been in them? Everybody been in a fight? Been in a fight? Yeah, it happened. Don't do it. Why? Because it'll change your life. Got in a fight, I broke the kid's jaw. 17 years old. I got charged with aggravated assault causing bodily injury at 17. Charged as an adult. 17. At school. I got kicked out, got expelled from school. I'm going to an alternative school. Thought nothing of it. I hadn't actually officially been charged yet. I'm walking out of school, officers right there. Are you Hunter Donnelly? Yes, sir. Put your hand behind your back, there's a warrant for your arrest. Aggravated assault, causing bodily injury. Changed my life. So my entire junior year of high school, I'm fighting that charge. The first plea deal that they gave me at 17 years old was 10 years in prison. And 10 years probation. Both. I can't do it. I won't do it. Not after everything that I grinded from second grade, I won't do it. Turned 18. I can't play ball in that district no more. So I transferred. I came to Martin. Wager embraced me. Cagle, Reeves embraced me. Right? Like a son. Did not care, right, about the decision I made. They judged me off of who I was and who they received. So I came here. 18 years old, still in my junior year. Second plea deal, 5 years in prison. And 10 years probation. They wanted me to go to prison. Bad. Okay. I'll take the 5 years. I'll take the 5. But I can't do the 10 years probation. I can't do either or. It's one or the other. They weren't coming off of that. Okay, so that happened. A couple months down the line, ended up getting a new attorney. My family ended up paying crazy money, right? Ended up putting the house up for lien, everything to pay for this lawyer. And I ended up signing a 5-year probation sentence, 180 days of overnights. So when y'all leave school, where do y'all go? Home? I went to jail. 180 days of overnights my senior year here. I get out of jail at 5 o'clock in the morning. I come to school, go to class, go to football practice, do everything normal. I'm getting out, I'm going back to the county jail. 18 years old, I did that for 6 months, from September to March, my senior year of high school. Dallas Morning News, Fort Worth Star Telegram, front page, Arlington Martin, star linebacker, pleads guilty to felony assault. I couldn't shake it. I had teachers asking me, man, what's jail like? Did you sleep well last night? That right there shook me because I wasn't that. I was so much more than that. But at 18 years old, I was defined by a single moment in my life. And at 25, I still have to answer for that one decision that changed my entire life. Okay? So I ended up signing a scholarship. Played at Colorado State University. I get there, I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Could have went anywhere in the country, but I wanted to go there. It was like family to me. Right? I saw the mountains, I got off that plane, and it was it. So I signed my scholarship, and I'm there. Okay? So I get there. First season, going into my second season. We always have to, because I'm on probation at the time, I have to send my probation officer all of my itinerary, my travel schedules. You're going to get real used to knowing your travel schedules being in college, but especially on that D1 level, you're going to get real used to it. I got to send that out, right? Where we're at for the entire year. We're playing Oregon State in Oregon. She called me. Says, hey Hunter, how you doing? I know you're in Oregon right now. I said, yeah, I'm good. She's like, okay, just double checking out. I need you to come take a drug test on Monday. I said, okay, I'll go take a drug test. She's like, yeah, one problem though. So what's the issue? She said, you gotta be in Texas. You gotta be in Texas. What I gotta be in Texas for? She said, I don't know. The district attorney just called me and said that they're requesting you to come for a mandatory drug test. I said, I can't make it. There's no way I can make it. We don't get back until Sunday night. You want me there Monday morning at 8 o'clock. I can't make it. She said, well, come to my office and take a drug test, and I'll send it to them in the lab, and I'll let you know if I hear anything. I said, all right, no problem. I'm still doing what I'm supposed to do, right? I'm taking probation drug tests, randomized team drug tests, and NCAA drug tests. If I'm doing anything that's supposed to be a drug test, I am stupid. So Monday morning, I go take that drug test. Pass it, no problem. Tuesday, don't hear anything. Wednesday, she calls me. She says, hey Hunter, you got your drug test, you came back clean, that's all good. She said, Texas issued a warrant for your arrest. That quick. For a technical violation of probation. Okay? So I talked to the coach, I talked to the athletic director, I talked to the chief of police. They weren't gonna arrest me on an outstanding warrant. I came back to Texas. Went to jail. Never got out. This is February 2018. I got out in June of 2023. I went to trial. They gave me 10 years in prison. I did 5 years, 3 months, and 29 days, 1,944 days straight. At 20, behind a fist fight, at 17 years old, in high school. My dad always told me that one decision can change your entire life. And that's the decision that changed my entire life. Okay? So that's me. So 20 years old, I get to prison. I don't mean jail, I mean prison. What you see in the movies. I'll tell you right now, it's nothing like it. Nothing like it. It's way worse. I promise. It is the most isolating and humiliating experience. And my very first experience, I get off the bus. Everybody's in a onesie, big old one jumper. No clothes on underneath, no socks, no shoes. They stick everybody in a cage. Watch this. They tell everybody to strip. How many kids in here? Okay, how many kids in here?
Close to 200.
Okay. There's about 150 grown men, about half this room in a cage. They tell you to strip. Everybody in here naked. How uncomfortable is that? How uncomfortable is that? Oh, guess what? Them dreads, gone. Them curls, gone. Say that if you want to. They got something for you, I promise. Gone. And they're going, waves, gone, against the grain. Against the grain. Everybody skinhead, butt naked. Then what? Everybody's on the same level. What you here for, it don't matter. What you here for, it don't matter. Everybody's equal. Everybody's embarrassed, everybody's humiliated. Okay? So from there, I'm there for a couple months and I go to my big unit. 3,000 people on here. Maximum time, 50 years. My best friend has 35 right now. Still talk to him every day. How do you keep your mind fresh? How do you keep your mind in a place of freedom when you're isolated? When you're detached from the world, right? And this is when I learned that perspective is everything. Your perspective on life and what you are going through is everything. You can be in heaven. You can have this giant facility. You can have mom and dad still there. You can have lights, clothes, and food on the table. You can be in heaven and it still feel like hell. Or you can make your hell your heaven. But the choice is yours, right? The choice is yours. I'm 25 years old. 25. I got out not even 100 days ago. Not even 100 days ago. 94 to be exact. 94 to be exact. My first week up here, I came and saw Cagle. I came and saw Reeves, right? And we reconnected. And I caught them up on everything that they missed. Cagle, you were at trial?
Yep.
Were you?
Yes.
You were at trial?
Yep.
When I got convicted?
Yep.
Who was there? Seen it. Wager was there. Wager was there. My family was there. It was the most embarrassing moment of my life. Now, how do I bounce back? How do I bounce back? By doing this. It's not about me. It's about the next generation and those that come after. That's why every coach is here. Every coach here loves every single one of you. They don't do this for them, they do it for you. Right? It's bigger. It's bigger. And if there's one thing, two things that you can get out of this entire message. One decision can change your entire life. And you might not see it in that moment. You might not know the repercussions that may come with it. And it may seem like a fight, or it may seem, oh, I'm just going out, or it may just seem whatever the case may be. One decision can change your entire life forever. I'm property of the state of Texas until 2028. They own me until 2028. Period. And even then, I'm still 1 foot in and 1 foot out. Even then. Second thing, whatever you want to do in life, y'all are young, and if you've never heard this, hear it now, because it's bigger than football. This is bigger than football. Whatever you want to do in life, be the absolute best at what you do. Be the absolute best at what you do. If you want to be a lawyer, be the best lawyer that you know how to be. You want to be a doctor, you want to be an athlete, right? You want to be a husband, a father, whatever it is, be the very best that you can be. And let the rest take care of itself. Right? Effort is the one thing that you control. Right? Running, simple example. Coaches get onto you all the time for running to the ball. Plays all the way away from you. You're not going to make the tackle. Run to the ball. Right? That's life. Right? Run to the ball. Run to the goal. Right? Be the very best that you can be at whatever it is that you want to do. And let the rest take care of itself. Okay? And if it just so happens to not work out, guess what? You can really legitimately say, I tried. I tried. There's no regrets. There's no hang-ups. There's no hookups, right? You're not 25 years old like me saying, man, what I do to go back 5 years? What I do to go back 5 years? If I could go back to when I was 19 or 20, I would. I promise you I would. I promise you I would. Because I might not have went to prison. Right? There's a lot of isolated events that accumulate throughout your life, right? Individual events that accumulate throughout your life that are going to make a major impact somewhere down the line. Somewhere down the line. All of y'all have a future. Every single one of y'all have a future. The future's bright. There's no telling where any of y'all are gonna go, or what you're gonna do, or who you're gonna impact. But if your day-to-day life only helps you, or you're missing the point. It's not about you. It's not about you. It has to be bigger than you. Whatever you do, it has to be bigger than yourself. Set the foundation for your children. You're 15 years old, okay? Set the foundation for your future. You're 17 years old. Set the foundation for your wife or your grandkids. You're 18 years old. You understand what I'm saying? It has to be bigger than you. And your kids right now, young men. You don't see it. You don't see it. I had a revelation when I was 22. Man, I wish I would have saw it then. So I'm giving you what I wish I would have gotten then. Okay? Good? Yes, sir. All right. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Appreciate it, Kay. Yeah.
Are you gonna pump it up with us?
Of course.
Good. Hey, varsity guy.
Of course.
Down to the weight room, please. Silver, black. Right here. Silver, black.
Get back right. I had it. Get back right. Get back right. I had it. Get back right.
Go get a lift in. That is the easy part.
Get back
That's
right.
the easy part.
Lost my cool.
Let's go get it.
Bounce back. Got dirt on my shoes. Step back, right. When you got real power, you can't lose. Ay, get back right. Yeah, get back right.
Down. Up tall. Hey, Skip.
It's the easy part. It's the easy part.
Get the hell out of here. You're not working out this way.
With any group I want, I get to pick. Why would I do that to myself?
Groups of 3 on this. Not going with rotations. Just go to your rack, follow the workout as is. Go into flat bench step. Make sure you follow the percentages on the bench. Quarterback, shoulder guys still go with the dumbbells. Flat bench, palms face each other, produce grip. Add weight on those pull-ups. Add weight with the chains or the belts that we got. Overhand grip, inverted row. Add weight on that as well. Finish out with the single arm landmine row. Hip extension lunge stretch. Plate bench with that at the end of the plates. Any questions? No, sir. Let's go, Frederick Bruck.
Gotta stay on point, no I'm sharp as a pencil. On run for the ears and stuff here for the mental. I play a big serve, it was real confidential. All goes in my mouth, had to fix up my dental. Been popping my stuff, this ain't new to me. Killing the drip, put me in the eulogy. On 10 we be killing the game. Give me the money, I don't want the fame. Came in with the Lord, now I can't be tamed. Gotta watch these so-called brothers, they really be wanting your play. Ain't go like Kane, they really be hang. Gotta stay on point, not talking about going, not talking about dang. Real blazing on the beat, that boy coming hot. Not talking about fire, not talking about flame. And I been on point since a youngin', so who can I blame? No cap. I blame? Been putting the young in the shame, ayy. Who can I blame? No cap. Stand on point like a game, ayy. Gotta stay on point like a guard, no cap. Stand on point like a guard, no cap. Stand on point like a guard, no cap. Stand on point like a guard, no cap. Who can I blame? Ayy. Stand on point like a guard, no cap. Stand on point like a guard, no cap, ayy. Let's go.
Go to you with your position group, wherever it is. We're going to watch 15 minutes of film. We have an hour allotted on the clock from 0 to 1 minute to an hour. And then we're going to split up and do some fun things for about 15, 20 minutes. An hour of hard-ass work is what's expected. I'm going to give you a little bit of time right now to go in and make sure as we go through, I promise you, if there's anything that is not up to the standard that you know we live by, then we'll just have to redo this again after school, and that's called pissing in the wind. That's a waste of time, yes? Yes, sir. All right, hey, please make that thing look nice before you leave. Get your shoes where they go, get your helmet where they go. Everything's hung up. We made it easy for you with the clips. Make it look nice. Get all the trash out of your locker, off the floor. You got a few extra minutes, and then hustle down here after school so we can get rolling. How do we do it? Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
That receiver, that double move, and catch him on 40-yard touchdown pass. Yeah. You feel me? It's the little things in life.
Yeah, it's a lot of people that realize they can be great. I didn't realize that till my summer. I didn't realize putting in the hard work.
How old are you right now?
18.
Okay. So you're going into your senior year, or this is your senior year? Okay. So, what do you want to do in life? Is football over?
Nah, I'm a baseball. Well, my main sport is baseball.
Okay.
I'm going to college for baseball.
Where you going?
A&M.
You going to A&M for baseball? Well, you got a shot. You got a shot. And this is the thing. I'm going to tell you what nobody told me. When you get to college, no matter how good you think you are, no matter how live you be the best player over here, how many players going to A&M? How many players on the baseball team going to D1? So you're the best one. Okay. Everybody on A&M was the best one on that high school team as well. Everybody. So you not at Martin High School no more. You're at Texas A&M University. Everybody that you play against and with is the best one on their high school team. Right? Then when you get to the pros, guess what? Everybody that's in the pros was the best one on that college team, right? So I got there, I got to college, and I got my ass handed to me. And I was hard.
I was hard in high school. Got my ass handed to me in college. Why? Because I thought that my natural God-given talent would be enough to get me there. Right? Once I realized that my talent wasn't enough to get me there, I had to take a step back. Okay, now I gotta hustle. Now I gotta grind. Now when we do these one-on-one drills, I really gotta go. Because last week, that running back that's 5'8" really just popped me. But he a senior and I'm a freshman. You understand what I'm saying? So it's the little things in life that you do on a consistent basis. It's called the what's it called? Small and consistent changes over time lead to a dramatic change. Say it one more time. Small and consistent changes. What's the key word? Consistency. Small and consistent changes over time lead, right, to drastic changes. Right? You don't start doing big things like they're little things. You don't start like that. You start doing little things like they're big things. Do the little things, right, and treat them like they're important. Do them like they're big things, and then eventually you get to a point where you're doing big things like, that ain't nothing. I've been doing this. You do big things like the little things. Small and consistent changes over time. 1, 2, 3 days in the gym, that ain't gonna do nothing for you. 1, 2, 3 months, years in the gym, it's gonna do something to you. You know what I'm saying? When you get there, watch film. I don't know how they watch film in baseball. I don't. You do. Watch film. Get on that pitching machine. Get in front of them freaking some slow-mo cameras, right? Whatever position you play, right? If you're a pitcher, whatever it is you play, be the absolute best. Find the best player on that team, whoever it is. Whether y'all play the same position or not, find the best player and be his best friend. Be his best friend.
Y'all goals gonna be the same.
Because because I guarantee you, you ain't getting it to the pros by talent.
Yeah.
You not. 1.1%. Right? 0.1. Right? I think it's really 0.5, but whatever. It's less than a whole percent that make it to the league. You ain't doing that by talent alone. There's some sort of effort that got to get put in place. So the best person on that team, I guarantee you, he's grinding. I guarantee you he's busting ass. I guarantee you, because you ain't gonna make it there without it. So let him be your best friend. Ask him everything. Don't worry about getting there, being a fish, being a freshman, asking dumb questions. Ask everything. And then hopefully, majority of the time, freshmen don't play. Hopefully after that first year, going into that summer of your second year, you starting. That's the goal, right? Let that first year be a building year. If you start, great. More power to you. Salute you, brother. You know what I'm saying? If not, don't take it hard. Don't be hard on yourself. Shake back from this. Do your rehab. Okay? And do the little things. And then when you come back after that summer, going into your second year, take over. Be that guy. This is my spot. You're going to take it from me. Right? And if it ain't my spot, I'm finna be my spot, then you're going to have to get it back. One of the two. Be the man. Be the man. Have confidence. Be arrogant about yourself. On the field. Off the field, you be a nice guy. On the field, be that asshole. Right? Be that motherfucker that nobody wants to mess with. Right? And be the best that you can be. You know what I'm saying? Man, I appreciate it, man. There's a lot of kids here with a lot of talent.
Yeah, but they don't at all.
They don't. What's the date today? October 4th, 2023.
There it is.
First speaking event at my old high school, and it went well. Definitely got my message across. Definitely got the message across. I think it definitely impacted a couple of them, a handful of them. And like I said, if you can help one person, you know, it's worth it.
Man, all you gotta do is just catch one, man.
Indeed.
Catch one soul, one child before they make that one choice that'll change their life. And before they make it, if they think, man, I heard a kid one time, and he said that this happened. And I don't want this to happen to me.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't do what he almost did or was about to do because of me,
yeah.
You know, my dad always told me that the greatest lessons in life to learn are the lessons right? That you learn from somebody else's mistakes. And that's what I just preached to 150 kids. Learn from my mistake.
Yeah.
You don't have to do that. Learn from my mistake. You don't have to do what I did. You don't have to go through what I go through and see what I saw.
Yeah.
It's so much bigger than myself, yo.
For sure.
So much bigger than myself. You know, I thank God for, you know, I never understood it. Right? Like, why does all of this happen to me? Not that I'm innocent, by no means, you know. Right. I've played my part, but why am I the black sheep?
Right.
You know what I mean? And I'm always remembered that, like, of a powerful scripture. And it says that he who exalts himself shall be humbled.
Yeah.
And he who humbles himself shall be exalted.
Yeah.
And I've been humbled. And I needed to be humbled. And so now I just sit back. I make the best with what God's given me, and I let him do the rest.
For sure.
You know?
For sure.
I'm not the black sheep for no reason.
For sure.
You know what I mean? And I'm cool with being the black sheep. I'm cool with being the odd man in the room. I'm cool with being that guy.
You made for it. For real.
They say pressure can bust pipes. It
Pressure can also make diamonds.
It can also make diamonds.
Indeed.
It can also make diamonds.
Indeed. Bro, I'm telling you, 2 to 5 years looking back at this. Even if that. Just watch. I'm just like